One of the biggest problems for intermediate guitar players is learning the whole neck of the guitar, not just learning things at certain places at the 5th fret or the open position. And you need to know your fretboard to do that. And I'm here to tell you, you don't know your fretboard well enough. How can I say that? That's because it never ends. Great players are always digging deeper into the fretboard. There's always something new to learn. The minute you start building chords across the whole neck, you start to realize that having a solid knowledge of the notes, actually what notes on what fret, that's something that can't be learned too soon. We need that right away. So we're all limited by our fretboard knowledge, and we're all stuck in our own area. Some are bigger than others, but whether it's scale patterns or chord shapes, we operate in a limited space. This fretboard is like a piece of graph paper. It's just a bunch of horizontal and vertical lines. It doesn't care if you like to play open strings. It doesn't care if you want to play high up. It has certain notes on certain frets that are available for you to play at any time. But you're never going to take advantage of all the fretboard has to offer you unless you spend the time to unlock the fretboard. Learning interval shapes, building chords in unfamiliar areas, moving from scale pattern to scale pattern in a position, or changing keys but staying in that same position. That can all help to unlock the fretboard. One of the most important things of learning the guitar is shapes and patterns. It's a visual instrument. We learn scale patterns, chord shapes. Visualizing these patterns is what happens over time. If you can spend time away from the guitar, visualizing in your head one pattern going to the next pattern, going to the next pattern, and working all the way back to the first pattern again, you're going to really start to speed up your playing. You can also think about these scale patterns, visualize the strong and weak notes, the strong notes, the arpeggio patterns in a scale shape when you're not with your guitar. I used to do it in school all the time. I would sit there in a class I wasn't really paying attention to, and I would think about arpeggio notes and scale patterns. And I'd play them. I'd actually move my fingers, when no one else was looking. They wouldn't think I was losing it or something like that, but I'd move my fingers and start playing those scales. It helped solidify that. It helped me visualize those things. I wasn't needing the crutch of seeing the grid of the fretboard there. They were in my head. How about notes? Visualizing notes away from the guitar. Thinking about, well, where's a D note on the guitar? Well, I know the D note's at the 3rd fret of the B string. I've got that right there, but where's some other D notes? When you don't have your guitar there and start to be able to see where's the 3rd fret, the 5th fret, the 7th fret, to visualize these single notes there, it's so easy to just be able, you might be playing a scale pattern and you need to know what the name of that note is, and it can come to you right away. It's very, very powerful. And that works to notes up and down the string, so you can pick random notes on the string. You can think about notes across the neck and intervals and relationships. If you notice the shape of a major third is a diagonal line, you can find out, well, where else does that occur on the guitar? There's a lot of different places where that major third interval has this diagonal shape with 2 strings right next to each other. If you can start to visualize those away from the guitar, when you get back to the guitar, things speed up a whole lot. And chords too, you can visualize chords away from the guitar as well. See the different chord shapes across the neck. See the different basic arpeggio shapes across the neck, so you can create these chords in different places that maybe you needed a sound that was high up on the low strings, a warm sound to. You can experiment with extensions and alterations. You can think of, what does a D look like? How can I make that a D major 7? How can I make that a D major 9 in this position? Working these things out, even when you don't have the guitar around, is super powerful. Hey, thanks for watching. I've got a free gift for you today. It's my Get Moving Guitar free practice routine mini course. And you can get it by clicking the link below in the description. If you'd like to support the podcast and get more of this content that's actually designed to help you become the guitarist that you've always wanted to be, sign up for my VIP supporter program. You can get in for as little as $3 a month. You get access to the VIP podcast. I will see you soon in the next video.